What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Nonpfixion. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as notification bell to stay up to date on all content going down on this channel. Appreciate you, love you. Now to the video.
Nah, this ain't nonsense, this is nonfiction. So excuse if the content is offensive, it's official. Now that we have been acquainted, this is my pleasure, my pain, your entertainment.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nonpfixion. We are getting ready for the season finale of the Mandalorian. This is, I don't know, like so far, the season's been okay. Hasn't been as exciting or as like jaw dropping as the previous, but it's been somewhat entertaining. There's been some cool moments, been some not so cool moments, some moments we were like, this was kind of, it was like this was okay, but you know, where's my clock at? Why isn't that popping up? But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what like we'll see what actually happens. I think it's up. I think it's already loaded. Let me check. But after this, we will get back into finishing She-Hulk. Get that out the way, and then we got Vision. Because a new Vision is coming. So this I'm kind of looking forward to finishing out the other series as well. Here, we're gonna remove this and redo it. Window capture. Let's see. Oh, let's do it new. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. It's for whatever reason. Whatever reason, it didn't load initially. But I mean, it's kind of one of those anticlimactic moments for you when you really something that you really enjoy, you really like. So you know, you don't want it to end, but you know it has to eventually. But also makes you look forward to some of the other shows like Daredevil is going to have so many episodes in the first oops. All right. So, we're going to actually see, let me turn my friend down. She's streaming right now. Okay. So, we're going to test out the timer, make sure it's working properly so you can see it. You'll see the stream. All right. Go back to there. Stop it. Reset it. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. I'll let you for a second. All right, we guys know the routine. The routine is we're gonna start this, and we're gonna get to 10 seconds. We all press play at the same time on our streaming services, and press play now. Let's get it. And don't skip the recap. Let the recap play. As you can see, it's just showing us some previous. Oh, timer. Still doing the recap as well. This episode is 43 minutes, I believe. Sucks that past visitor had to die in this episode the way he did. Should have, could have did made him. You could have made it be more meaningful and did it a different way. And I see what they tried to do, but it kind of sucks the way they did it. But his suit, pretty fire. The Dark Troopers. They didn't have to kill him off like that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to do it. Not like that. Here we get the traditional Lucasfilm logo come across the front. So we're back in the caves of Mandalore. Oh, he's still heading towards the ship. But can't hear me. Got too far away in the atmosphere. So you think something's gonna happen to Den, to the Jaren? And as we mentioned his name. They're dragging him in. Ooh. Like you're shooting Beskar armor. What do you come on now. It'll sting, but it ain't gonna kill him. They really gave them all the Mandalorian tech too. Grogu. No, no, no. With the bot. Grogu. So we gotta take out Moff Gideon. I wonder if anybody's gonna show up to this episode. Do do do. Do do do. So this was called the Return. Okay, the Return. I mean, is somebody coming back with the return, or is it the Return of Mandalore? Is that what? That's what it is. The Return to Mandalore. This is the way. They really just took over the whole damn place. So he's tracking them. Oh, so he's going to go fight. Moff Gideon's going after Mando by himself, but he's tracking him. I wonder where is the tracking at? The tracker at? He said, "Sorry, I don't speak binary. I'm counting on you." It's funny. They give the droid so much personality. Could the droid be the spy? I know that like everybody keeps saying there's a spy in the mist, so and then some people are saying they think it's the armorer, which would be kind of messed up because she's like the keeper of the ancestry. You know what I'm saying? To keep everything pure and together. That would be one hell of a like traitor. Or maybe could he be the spy? Mm-hmm. There's so many of them. I want all the helmets. I want one of each helmet, like each style, like each house. Oh, here comes the. Oh, they went straight at the cruiser. Could Bo still be the traitor after all? Because she did say she made a deal with him. Could her deal have been to? Could her deal have been like to set up Mando to get Mando like eventually taken out or eliminated by Moff Gideon? He's fighting him. You know how Moff Gideon walks through the area with the shields, have all the red shields. They're lot. He has to go through all of them. So R5 is opening one at a time. It's like a level in a video game where each one has a better weapon. You got to defeat them, but also you take the weapon and level up. Then you got a knife. Then he got the sword. I mean, like the staff and the shield. Oh my! Now he has a gun or a blaster. The little mouse robots. The R5 got the little bot, another droid, and they can't see what's going on. Now it's like three or four little bots. He just took off like screw it, I'm out. There's hella clones in the room. Why does he got so many damn clones of himself? A bunch of new life else caves. That's pretty. It's really pretty down there. That's cool that they actually, after the war, it pretty much destroyed everything. Plants that were already that were dormant, this grew, and then they cultivated more and grew more. The reinforcements have arrived. The armorer. I love the voice that they did for the voice style. I love it. This when it's like they end it like this. When the episode happens like this, this is what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? Not 35 minutes on Coruscant watching a doctor get busted. She has the blade. Like it's about a good 20, 30 of them, maybe 20. And the dark troopers is flying right to him. Oh, it's about to get busy. Okay, the way that cool action, cool action, really cool action of them fighting together. So he finally made it into Moff's inner sanctum. Don't tell me it was a trap this whole time. What if Grogu's a spy? So he did do clones. He did make clones. He was trying to isolate the Force to put it into clones. Grogu. It almost sounds like way when Moff's throwing punches. It sounds like he's being assisted. It sounds like very electronic. Oh, here comes the Emperor's guardsman. Interesting. He's doing a style like kind of a capoeira. Oh, and it's the other fighters in the background. Grogu. He's like, no, no, no. I love this battle. This is what I've been. This is what I wanted to see when I thought about this series, this season of him regaining Mandalore. This is what I thought. Oh, that was cool. That was hella cool. Okay, Bo. She looked like Sojourn from Overwatch, sliding across the ground like that. Grogu using the Force. Oh, y'all crazy. Grogu, like he's got to be assisted by something. He can't be that much stronger than them. Can't be. Oh, she stabbed him right through the stomach. She's gonna fight Moth, which is what she wanted to do. He said it was gonna be surrender or fight. Oh, he has like a double spear. Oh, okay, he has like a Darth Maul type blade, bow. Groku's is still jumping around. Now she can't lose. If she loses, then he becomes the ruler of Mandalore. So she has to win, right? Like she has to win, right? The freaking battle is so cool. For a TV show, they did actually a really good job on that battle. Said, "What's Iron Man and Gizmo up to this week?" It's all come to a head. There's the dark troopers are fighting the Mandalorians. Jin is fighting the Emperor's soldiers. Moff Gideon is fighting Bo Katan. It finally looks like, what I'm saying, like what we were hoping for in a series. Like the fighting, it looks cool the way they have ball fighting each other. It finally looks it finally looks epic. How you doing, Nate? Has it got good? Any Ahsoka or whatever her name is? Ahsoka, no, no, just Moff Gideon and his troops. Moff is fighting Bo Katan right now. I'm stacking firewood after chopping it. Sounds interestingly fun. He, how is he that strong? Something's not. What is he? His suit has to be assisting him because he has strength that he should not have. He destroyed his dark saber. Okay, cool. Don't make Bo Katan a martyr and kill her off. That would be so stupid. Oh wow. Dun, dun. They destroyed that entire base. Grogu force pushed him and then threw his blade off. Nice shot. Okay, I thought he was gonna do that. Okay, I thought he was gonna do that. I was like, there's no way they're gonna survive that unless the force is strong in this one. Did you cut a lot of firewood, Nate? He just sits down like I'm tired. I need to find Moff's body to make sure he's actually dead. I don't trust it. Oh, now we have the waters. So nobody was a traitor. I felt like there was a spy in the midst. I swear on my name of the ancestors, that I will walk the way of the Mandalore, and the words of the creed shall forever forge in my heart. This is the way. That's Pav's son. I still think his death was so like it didn't. I don't think it served what they thought it was gonna serve. Mm-hmm. Dan Grogu. That's funny. This is the way. Sorry, gloves on to stack, so can't type. No worries, no worries, no worries at all. Showing deep in the waters. Gonna do one more run up to the area I'm chopping before dark. Have fun. Oh, thank you. You be safe out there, man. You have fun with yourself. Be safe, brother. They're gonna finally relight the actual forge of Mandalore. I guess they might have salvaged. Well, not might have. They have so far. They've resalvaged Bo's overarching theme of her character. For Mandalore. Now they're on a journey. It's little feet. Wait, they're back at that one place. Is that Dave in the background? Is that Dave Filoni in the background as a fighter pilot? I think that is Dave. He said, "Which way you won't tell him?" Oh, back to Navarro now. So he gave him a house. Oh, he fixed the IG-11 fully. Usually don't up here. He said, "Oh, it works up here." He got his chin like Thanos now. So, what are the Tim and Green Pikachu up to? I mean, right now, this right here is actually the end of this season. So now that now that Grogu is like officially a Mandalorian, he has to go on his like his walkabout. I guess that's the best way to say it. But also, to understand the world, understand his place in the world. So I'm assuming season 4 is gonna be them like just going through. If they do a season 4, it's gonna them going through and just being on crazy adventures. But this episode, the fight scenes actually was really cool. That was probably the best thing I've seen in this series, this season. And then the thing that everybody was saying about uh, that everybody thought there was a traitor, that never turned out to be true. It just Moff Gideon was just he was just much smarter and was ahead of everybody else. But it's cool to see Mandalore back to a functioning existence, because it makes you think that there's going to be more Mandalorian content coming, which would be cool, which would be really cool. You know, um, I mean, the one thing though, let me stop timer. The one thing I wish like they developed the villain so late in the story that they developed him so late in the story that they had to tie it up really fast. Instead of showing him come to fruition in episode like 3, where you didn't have 2 episodes of chasing them down, trying to find them, and then the last 2 episodes of the big battle. Do it like an anime. Anime will have a big battle last like 2 episodes, which it could have been would have been pretty cool, especially when the first one where they kind of meet up and they fight, and then somebody gets unalive and somebody gets taken. Like it would have played into a bigger story, which it still had its own place in the episode in the series, but it could have been done a little bit better. To be honest, could have been done a little better. What? Why is it showing twice? So yeah, so the like I said, overall story was cool. The there's there's several episodes that I think could have been done differently and executed differently, but I don't know, man. So I mean, it was still entertaining, but I just feel like they could other things could have been done, and I do think it's because Dave Filoni Dave Filoni was on working on Ahsoka and not really Mandalorian, and I think Favreau was working on Mandalorian solo, and that's why it has more of the Disney touch to it, which is like kind of like what they done to some Marvel films. It has that same touch, and you can kind of see it and feel it. But that's how you tell Favreau was on it and not Filoni. Filoni's like learned, from Lucas, directly from Lucas. So they slow played the boring parts and rush. Yeah, basically. Yeah, because I mean, it was cool to see the other planets after Order 66 and see how everybody is coping with what happened and what took place. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because we had never seen that before. We've only heard about it bits and pieces. Cause we've seen the remnants after the war, but we only seen the death and destruction, not the part where they try to rebuild. So um, that was actually cool. The problem with that, in that, well, at least in that one episode on Coruscant, is the episode's 42 minutes, and for 30 minutes is focused on just the doctor and the what's her the double agent chick, I forgot her name, which is which is an interesting story. It's an interesting story because they could have paralleled it with the other story of that episode, and instead of just showing 30 minutes of one story, they could have went back and forth, which would have showed them heading to Mandalore. The initial they could have, instead of putting the Mandalore trip in one whole episode, they could have took part of that and put it in that first episode and showed they could have went back and forth showing the story, just like they did in the traditional Star Wars. Traditional Star Wars, they showed parallel stories that led up to a similar, very ending conclusion, which they kind of got away from when they've done the latter parts. But that's how like the old ones were. You're seeing two stories happen, two or three stories at the same time, that with different people. Like you see Han Solo over here, you see Luke and Leia over here. Then you can see something with like Chewie or Yoda or the Ewoks. You know what I'm saying? And you will see them, but they all came to the same ending. You know what I'm saying? Because the ending was the full conclusion, the full battle for whatever was being fought for in that episode. And they could have did the same thing with episodes 2 and 3 and 4. But it is the way it is. Let me see. I don't think there's any extra episodes. I mean, extra footage because that's the end. Oh, I didn't do it. But I mean, as a compared to the previous two seasons, it definitely wasn't better than the previous seasons. There was things that happened that were cool and fun and entertaining. Still like them, you know what I'm saying? But it could have been better. I'll say that, you know. Because when one hit the scene, one was like, "Oh damn, this is gonna be cool." Two was like, "Okay, it's a good continuation." Three was like, Disney forced Star Wars. Disney felt forced Lucasfilms to run the Grogu story longer. That's really what it is. You know, hold on, your voices in the background. But I mean, the best part of this season was towards the end of this freaking episode, the battle, the actual aerial battle. That was so freaking cool. That was so freaking cool. But Yeah, it's big. It sells big. It sells really big, and that's the part where you know that that's when you knew Disney stepped in because he wasn't Grogu wasn't supposed to be a part of the season. That was never the part. It was never supposed to be part of the season. Then last minute that changed. Then okay, all of a sudden he's part of the season, and which is I guess that's fine if you still do a compelling story, but them having to rewrite everything last minute, you know what I'm saying? Having to rewrite everything last minute kind of threw everything for a loop. I guess you could say. What kind of can I change it? Oh, there we go. So I think that's why the episodes kind of played out the way they did because they had to redo most of it because of the Grogu story being told. Because like I said, Grogu was supposed to be with Luke, being trained to be a Jedi, but then all of a sudden he wanted to be now all of a sudden he wants to be a Mandalorian because of his connection to uh Din, like Jin, like Din. Like I understand, but it doesn't make for a compelling story. It makes for a watchable, possibly entertaining for most, for some. But as far as like a true Star Wars story, it's not in the same vein as a true Star Wars story. And then like just the little things of how they handed off the dark saber initially, from Mando to Bo, and then for how Bo lost it that quick, you know, like I said, the Moff energy. How is he so much that strong? It didn't make sense. It just he felt much stronger than what you would assume he would be. But as far as like but as far as like this season compared to the previous two were better. You know. Mm. I hope that when they work on the season 4, because they'll be back to more bounty hunting. It'll be better. It'll be more in the lane of actual Mando. You know what I'm saying? Which is what most people expected from him because he's a bounty hunter. That's what he does. But we haven't gotten a bunch of um we haven't gotten a bunch of freaking bounty hunting this season. We got some, but the way Ahsoka looks badass. So I can't wait for that. But some of the scenes look good. I liked how visually it looked like it was shot. The fight, like I said, was still probably the best part. Um, and then, like I said, everybody talked about this whole thing about a spy online. Like everybody bought into it. Like, oh, the spy, the spy, the spy, the spy. Then you get to this episode, no mention of a spy. So somebody started that rumor and it blew up. So obviously somebody started a rumor because it wouldn't make sense for them to start their own rumor and then not introduce that person. That would just not be. That wouldn't make any sense. Uh, they need a dog the bounty hunter cameo. That's a bounty hunter. They better not. He can stay on what is it? What channel is he on? Whatever channel he's on. But we'll be patient to see how they develop a future season 4. Hopefully, we don't have to wait 2 years for it. You know, I mean, good thing like Ahsoka is coming, so I'm so looking forward to that. With all the things they dropped in that trailer, it should be way better this season. But yeah. Team say will shape the But we're gonna call it a night. It's 3. I feel tired. But I am appreciative for you guys stopping through. I know it's like a couple people stopped in, was just watching, not commenting too much. But I haven't really showed too much this time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want any issues after the music thing. Like that just kind of pissed me off. But regardless, I would say if you had to rate the stuff, if we had to rate the episode, if we did 1 to 10, I'd probably have to go 6, 7, a 6, 7 maybe, yeah, somewhere in right there. So, um, but yeah, that's what I would say. A 6, 7. But appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Today is Wednesday for most. Um, uh, but hope you guys have a great week. And also for those who chill from the other channel, we should be live tomorrow for I think it's the Minnesota versus no, not Minnesota. Um, I just looked at it too. I'll have to, yeah, but we have two. There's possible 2 games tomorrow. One is on NBA TV, so we probably won't be doing that one. But there's a 6:30 and a 9 o'clock game. I should be doing a 6:30 one, and then depending on how I feel, because of being up late tonight, we may be doing the 9:30, the 9. I think it's 9, the 9 o'clock together, or it may be just be SAC over on Real Fan Sports. But regards to that, I appreciate you. I love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, noon, wherever you are in the world today. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you for pressing play, and I will catch you on next one. Peace, love. I'm out, you guys. Now, like all of a sudden, I feel really tired. It just like kicked in. I guess it's probably because I've been up since like 6:45 this morning. Peace out, y'all. Love you.